All right, we're starting early today. We're starting early. Hello, everybody. Welcome to a short stream. I wanted to stream a little bit tonight because I gotta go do some stuff later, but I wanted to at least get a little bit of stream in for the night because I'm trying to stream every single day right now, and it's a lot of fun. I'm really into this mod. Dark Steel tipped $2. Thank you very much for the 2, Dark Steel. I appreciate you. Said so true, actually. Very valid point. You know, a little controversial, but I see where you're coming from. I can see why you might have that perspective. I respect that. I respect that. I found this ship in the wiki called the Fortress class vessel. It's cool. Can you mod it in, please? If there's a model for it, maybe, potentially. Maybe. For the Reach mod, perhaps, maybe. But not today, because today we're doing Ultimate Forge stuff. Rejected how it goes there, brothers. Good. Come with me. I want to show you guys something cool. All right, so yesterday, let me just go over this quickly because I want to get some work done. Like I said, I only have about an hour on today's stream, and I really just want to get a bunch of stuff done. So, in fact, I will even turn my webcam on this early. That's right. That's what an insane stream we have today. Yesterday, we got trees and stuff. It's a little boring, but really great for Forge. You'll be able to do some awesome stuff with this. So we got coconut tree, palm tree, big tree, planter with small trees. So, very nice. So, freaking closer, at least closer than you think. And then, of course, all the other stuff. But also, I'm actually going to leave the Mombasa map for a second, and we're going to switch over to the grassy Forge version, the Forge canvas, the Alpine Sandbox, as it's called in the files. Because I was working on something really cool at the end of stream yesterday, and I continued to work on it a little bit after stream, just to see what was possible. So I'm really excited to show you guys that the terrain pieces that have been a part of Ultimate Forge, and even on Huge Grass for such a long time, have gotten a little bit of a redo. They originally were the Halo 2 Anniversary multiplayer Forge pieces. So if you've ever forged on H2A's multiplayer, you know, those cliffs and those ground pieces, kind of nice, right? Well, you know, we've had them for a long time in Ultimate Forge, and like I said, they're also in Huge Grass, but I spent some time at the end of stream and off stream making them look quite a bit better. And I started with the grassy ones because those are like the base ones. Everyone always asks, how's the mod, but how is Rick? I'm good today. I'm gonna go out in about an hour and have a good time, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also looking forward to making some cool stuff on today's stream. But I want to show you guys this. I'd like to get some more thoughts on this from you guys here, because you know, I did this late in the stream yesterday. Not a lot of people saw this, but I think you guys will find it nice. So, white boy wasted. I'm not going out to drink tonight. No, I've celebrated enough birthdays recently where I got a lot of drinks, so I'm chilling now. I'm gonna go out. I'm actually gonna go do some roller skating. It'll be nice. We'll go out and it'll be fun. I forgot this was live and I thought it was a video. It could be a video if you want it to be. You just come back later, or don't. Preferably, you're here now. This is just fake. No. Alright, we should be done loading here in a second. The grass sandbox map has a lot of stuff on it. It has, like, way too much stuff on it. He's actually already gone. This is pre-recorded. True. Bro's getting wasted. Such a lie. I mean, I could. I won't, because it's expensive, but I could. If I want to get wasted, I'm just going to ferment a bunch of peaches in the toilet like a real man does. Alright? Then all I have to do is buy the peaches. Easy. I use your old stream. I miss as background noise. Oh, that's so cool that you played as background noise. That's cool. Appreciate that. Here it is. All right, so I was messing around with this. I thought you guys might find this interesting. So this is the original ground piece that has been in Ultimate Forge for a really long time. It's actually a little bit different. It has some texture changes when I updated on Huge Grass, but this is my attempt at a new, more natural ground piece that I personally think looks way better. So I want to get your guys' take on that. So not only are the visuals better, I actually spent a lot of time making the physics model more accurate. So when I make the really big pieces, some of you guys might know, if you played Ultimate Forge a lot and forged on it, there was a lot of issues with the physics model where you get stuck. And I've hopefully fixed most of those cases where you would get stuck, but I'm gonna be real, I think this looks a lot better. So this is the original here. You know, it's just kind of grassy. It's all grass. Everywhere you look, even the sides, grass. Just a little bit darker colored grass. But on the new one, it actually has this dirt here. It's like dirt and rocks on the side, and then it kind of fades into grass here on the top. And then you get a little bit of this like dirt and stuff here on the side. And I think it just looks a lot more natural and a lot nicer. The physics model is also great. It's super smooth. It has like almost no issues on it. So I know that this might not be the most insane clickbait thing of all time, but when you're actually building a map, I think it's extremely important to have nice, natural-looking pieces like this. And I think this really does fit that vibe. And also, this is going to look so good with the sand pieces and the snow pieces. Oh my god, it's going to look so insanely good. Especially with the sand, because it's not just going to be like one type of sand. It's going to be like a mixture of different like sand dunes and like waviness. I think it's going to look way nicer. Can't have a city without a forest surrounded by a concrete jungle. Yeah, I think it would be nice to have like a forest in the center of one of the maps. That would look good. But yeah, this is actually more improved since the end of yesterday's stream. I went ahead and did a little bit more with it, but I want to show you guys, even though this is a smaller piece, which are always the best one, but the physics on it is super clean now. Super clean. It's not perfect, but and there's still a little bit of work I want to do on it, but I don't know about you guys, but these hills feel surprisingly natural for just forge pieces placed down. I like it. Got the grass in? Yeah, so these are the new forge pieces. I low-key want to do the sand ones now, because I think they would look so good. You know what? I kind of want to do that really quickly. I'm so curious what the sand ones would look like, because the grass ones, in my opinion, came out amazingly well. I think this is such an improvement. So instead of using like a regular material, like this is like a regular forge type material, and basically all I did was I like have it change the colors of the grass, that texture that's on it, right? So like, you know, there's a little bit of brown on there, you know, it's a little bit darker and slightly browner on the sides. That was the old way. The new way is using literal like campaign terrain materials. Like this is the kind of material that legitimately is on the ground here for the entire map. These are the actual materials you have on the ground on campaign and stuff, and that's why it blends between all of these different like materials completely. It's blending between dirt and stone and grass and everything, and I think it looks super sick. I remember the awkward floating on the old pieces when you were walking and driving. These look amazing. They'll be a lot better. Yeah, they should be a lot better. There still will be like a little bit of floating and stuff inevitably, because these are insanely complex forge pieces, but overall it should work a lot better. It should genuinely work a lot better. The main, like, I'm okay if there's a little bit of floating. There's only so much I can really do about that, because there's a limit to how complex I can make the physics, but realistically, I think having a little bit of floating is better than, like, getting stuck and ramming into invisible walls on these things. I want to do sandy pieces as well. Alright, here's, low-key, I know I should probably be working on, like, more clickbaity, awesome stuff and do these terrain pieces off-stream, because I get it, you know, as a streamer. I should be making some fancy stuff that's going to make people go, oh my god, that's amazing. But I'm not going to lie to you guys, I think what I'm about to do is also going to be really cool. It's probably just going to be really cool for me, but let me show you what I'm talking about. Alright, I'm going to spawn in the old sand ground piece really quickly. It's going to look a little weird on this map because, you know, it's a grassy map, but you'll get the gist. Where is it? Sand, so we got flat, medium, sand, desert. That's what it's called. Alright, so here we go. Spawn it. So this is the, dude, this was going to be the sand piece that I was going to use for the sand ultimate forge. And you know, as far as like functional sand pieces go, it's fine. It's not bad. It's okay. No, I lied. Actually, I hate it. I think it's really ugly. But realistically, you know, it could be worse, because like realistically, sand, you know, it merges pretty well together. You could have made some fine maps with this. If you just spam a bunch of these around and, you know, you build this and that, it would have looked alright. But I think we can do way better than this. I think we can make sand pieces that look significantly better than this. And so I'm going to try that. And what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to, as a test, I'm going to take this new, updated, optimized, higher quality piece here, which isn't done, by the way, but I'm going to try making a brand new sand piece. Because this one over here is actually using a crappier version of this old one. And what I want to do is just a brand new one using the new shader setup that I have here, with all of the campaign style shaders that use real grass, real dirt, super like high quality good stuff. So I'm going to do that real quick. And I don't think it's going to be too bad, honestly. Master Sandy Cheeks. That's actually his real full name. His Master Chief is Master Sandy Chief. They shortened Cheeks to Chief. That's true story. Alright, so we got objects, levels, multi, and then Alpine Sandbox, Forge. The old pieces right here, it's like cliff and then flat. I moved everything down to the bottom here, so now we have terrain, flat, small grass. I'm actually going to copy and paste this. I'm going to make terrain, flat, small sand here. This is just a test. I'll probably have to re-import most of this. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is just quickly rename all this to sand, like so. And I'm going to also change the shader. So right here we have terrain grass small. I'm going to do terrain sand small. Basically, all we have to do to make a really, really nice sand forge piece is to look at like the arc. We look at the arc or sand trap, and we're going to grab all of the materials from that actual terrain material there and put it on this. And I think that'll make it look really, really good. Just as good as this, but sandy. I hope it looks good. I feel like it can't look worse than the existing sand piece that I was planning for the mod. Honestly, looking at this now, I'm a little disturbed that I was like, yeah, this is fine. It's not fine, dude. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Right, anyway, so I'm going to, like I said, I'm not going to do this the right way. I'm actually just going to take a copy of the grass one here, and I'm just going to start spamming through all of these here. Right now, I'm just going to hook everything up to the sand one, the sand one, the sand one. And the last thing I have to do is actually change the material. Right now, it's using the grass material for my new little copy-pasted sand one, and I'm going to swap out the grass shader in here for the new sand shader I just made. But obviously, the sand shader right now is still grass. So this is basically a perfect copy of the grass object. So let's grab our new sand object here. Yay, very nice. And we can go ahead, spawn it in. So obviously, it looks like grass. That is not lost on me. But what we can do, now that we have this texture, is we're going to go into the mission, the arc. Levels, we're going to go solo. We want waste. So here under waste, we want to grab one of the terrain shaders here. So there's obviously a lot of nice cliff shaders, and I will be redoing the cliffs at some point. Probably not today, because I'm only going to be streaming for like another 45-ish minutes, but we're going to grab 010 sand. So this, let me turn off expert mode for both of these, actually. And I hate expert mode. It makes it so hard to read what I'm looking at on these shaders. Alright, refresh, train, flat, small grass, train, flat, small sand. Hey, RB of Drinks, thank you so much for the 5, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you. So me and my friends went on a 3-hour huge grass marathon last night. Okay, first of all, that's awesome. I'm so glad you did that. I hope you enjoyed it. First off, thank you for making such an enjoyable mod. Hell yeah, I appreciate it. That's really kind. Second, just curious, are you going to add things like new destructible buildings and updated drop pods to that mod? Yeah, more than likely. More than likely, I'll put out a huge grass update, especially with the new terrain stuff. Like the fact that I even have these new grass terrain pieces that look way better. Absolutely going to be adding these to the mod, at least updating the objects themselves. Early stream, short stream? Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of short stream. All right, so let's change this. I really do think there's potential here. So this is the first texture. Looks like kind of wispy nothing sand. It's kind of, I don't know if you guys can even see it. It's like a little, it's just wispy kind of flat sand with like this base texture of just sand with a little wispy bump map. But then you have a lighter color of sand here that looks like this, and I'm sure you can probably tell what kind of texture this is. It's very flowy. And then there's the last one, which has a darker colored texture to it, this. And it has the very iconic footstep bump map that you see on like Sand Trap and stuff. So I'm just, as a test here, going to throw in all of these textures. So let's grab Waste Grain here, throw that in as our base map. Then we have the detail underneath it, and then its bump map right here. All of these also have the H2A bump map on it, that way, which kind of adds a little bit of nice detailing to it. Looks like this. So I'm going to keep that on there underneath everything. But then we have another one. This is the light colored sand here. We'll throw that in there, and the bump map as well. And then we have material 2 here, which is this is my favorite one, to be honest. I might change it away from the dark color, but it looks pretty good. What does this have? Material 0 is diffuse plus specular. And then material 2 is diffuse plus specular. Okay, we'll save that. So how are we looking? Dude, already, not perfect, but already that is substantially better. I definitely needed to tweak the colors and stuff on this, but wow. I'm gonna be real, that is a major difference. That is a major, major difference. I think the biggest thing that this sand piece would need, though, is I think it needs like a shared coloration, because the light sand honestly is just way too light. Or maybe it's because this right now uses waste grain light. I think we have waste grain light, and waste grain dark. I'm gonna turn off the light one and just make it a regular color. We'll make them all the regular color. Turn off the dark one. I think it makes it a little too uniform, I would argue. But already seeing like the different types of sand all kind of like blended together here is so much more visually interesting. If you want to look for it, wait, what? Found something that could probably enable a dark mode, but you might have to choose the color for yourself using RGB numbers in gorilla.config. What? Huh. Is it possible to make the sandy pieces of terrain just a little bit more bumpy to simulate sand dunes? I mean, theoretically I could. It would just be a decent amount of work. For probably a little bit of like somewhat little results. Not like it wouldn't be worth it, but well, let me try this. Let me see. I gotta change. We have waste grain for 0. I'm gonna switch it back to where it was at before. Waste grain light, and then waste grain dark, and then I want to add in these values because for whatever reason some of these actually have different values. So that's specular tint for the first one. Oh, right. Wait, this is the one that blows in the wind. Oh my gosh. Wait, I totally forgot about this. That's what this is. Okay. Bum map M0 translation X. Does it have a function? No, it's literally just... Oh, that's awesome. I totally forgot about this. I mean, it's gonna blow in the wind. Hello. 0-1 slide. It should be. Well, whatever. So I'm gonna quickly put these in. Diffuse coefficient is 1. One is 0.2. And we need to add this color in, which is this one right here. Then we have 0.1, 0.4. So this is basically a texture on here that has like specular values and stuff, which are kind of nice. Then we have diffuse coefficient 1, then 0.5 on this. Then we go to specular coefficient M2. We know that's contribution M2. That's 0 and 0.1. I think the very light colored sand that is on the edges, which is the main one, I think it's just genuinely way too light. Am I tripping, or why is it so bright? Maybe the dark one needs to just be brought up. Is waste grain dark? I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm just gonna do waste grain dark, bring it up. I think that looks a little bit nicer. Alright, and now that this is a sandy object, I do have to do this. This is important. I gotta go into the model itself here and switch this to tough terrain sand right here. Save that, and then in the physics model do the same thing. Now I have sand I'm walking on. I don't know about you guys, but I think this looks already a lot better. It's really bright, but I think it's supposed to be this bright. It's hard to tell because I actually don't have a sandy map made. I could quickly whip one up, but I don't have one made yet. I think that looks pretty good, though. More realistic sand than the last one. It actually like blends between them. Dumb question, what's the best way to complete noob to get into Halo modding? I'd love to make some expansive and colorful environments. That's probably what we saw in the original trilogy. I would highly recommend watching some YouTube tutorials. There are some really great YouTube tutorials out there that can give you exactly what you're looking for. Like, I would say you could definitely get some really good results out of... What would be best? I would start with the frying pan production tutorials. Those are really good. They can teach you a lot. And then also, who else would be good? Damn. There's a lot of good tutorials out there, to be honest. If you kind of just go out there and find some, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by how many great YouTube tutorials exist. There's a ton of miscellaneous ones too, some great tutorials in like level design and things. It's just so bright. Well, that's because we're on the grassy map with the grassy sandbox and everything. It looks very bright in contrast to the much darker grass material, but I think realistically it is at a pretty good level. It just needs to be color balanced a bit. A little sandy slope here. Alright, let's compare. We gotta get in our car. Get in the car. Here's the old sand, the old dark, really smooth, kind of weird looking buttery sand, in my opinion. And then what should be a much like nicer, more realistic terrain sand here with lots of detail and texture to it. Let me up! Let me up! Why did I make it so I can't even drive up it? It's really bright, but I do feel like this is a much more accurate sandy texture. Yeah, this just feels a lot better. That is a, in my opinion, significant upgrade over the old one. And I could still tweak it much further and swap out like which parts go where. Like this one has like sandy wind blowing over it, and I could put that more so as the main texture. Right now I think most of everything is covered by this footstep texture here, which I could swap that out to be more of a like smooth wind blown sandy texture and leave the footsteps to just be kind of like down the pathways and stuff, which I might actually do. Feels bright, but on the arc mission the game takes a minute to adjust brightness when you look outside. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening here. Like if I zoom in, the camera will adjust. Okay, look down here. I don't know if the camera effects on this map really adjust. I have to set it up still, but they should adjust pretty well. Okay, but now I also want to try this on the snow map. We actually do have the snow map. It does exist. I vaguely recall the snow textures. What did I call it? Tundra sandbox. Over on the snowy sandbox, aka the tundra sandbox, I do recall the snow textures looking pretty decent, but I think we could do better with this new terrain shader setup. Yeah, the snow textures were never really bad. They still kind of that weird buttery smooth look to them, but you know, snow is easy. It's just a big snow pile. Not exactly a challenge to make snow look good. So honestly, it's not even bad. But I do think it could be improved. For example, this material that it's using here on the ground, we could try this. I believe it's 2 different kinds of snow and then ice. Let me see. Let me do structure painter here really quickly. Oh, it has rock on it. So I wouldn't actually want to use this ground texture for this because it would be a mix of rock and then ice and then snow. Oh, there's actually 2 types of snow, which is kind of nice. So I could just make it 2 different types of snow instead and just kind of blend those. But yeah, so there's options anyway. Options. Maybe I could even have a little bit of ice in there. That might be kind of cool. I want to give that a try though, because that seems kind of cool. So I'll go ahead and make this here. This will be terrain, flat, small, snow. We have snow, sand, and grass. So for the snow one, once again, I'm just going to do the exact same thing we did a minute ago. Where I just rename all of these. I go into the shader, I rename it to snow, small. And then we just hook it up and do the exact same thing. I feel like the results are going to be a lot nicer, personally. I could be wrong, but I think the results will look really good, honestly. We do that, and then the last thing we got to do is add in the new snow material that I just duplicated, which is right here. We'll swap out the sand for the snow. We'll turn off expert mode, and we'll open up that shader. So this is currently sand, but we're going to turn it into snow. And the way I want to turn it into snow is by using actually the exact same shader that is already on the ground for the map, because obviously I want these pieces to blend reasonably nicely into the ground. So in order to do that, I'm going to go, instead of going to a campaign mission, I'm going to go into the actual Tundra sandbox, shaders, and this is the terrain snow here. So it's 3 materials, including like ice and stuff. I realistically just want, I think, the 2 types of snow that are on the ground and then the ice. I think it would be pretty unnecessary to get rocks. Is this a snow map? Yeah, this is Tundra Sandbox. It's been a while since I was last on it. But yeah, this is the snowy type of map. Very foggy near the ground, and then kind of clears out once you go up. It's not done yet. I have a decent bit more work to do. Basically, just need to fix the skybox, you know, make it so the water blends in and stuff, but pretty nice. Can't really complain too much. Can't turn sand into snow. This is physically impossible. I am a fucking alchemist, and I will do what I please. Let's see what the sand one looks like on this map. I'm just gonna spawn all the new ones, and we'll do grass, sand, and snow, and just to kind of see what they look like. And the snow one. Because the sand one, this is a pretty bright map, I think. So if I put one on the sand one, yeah, on a bright map like this, the sand one looks kind of dull, which is perfect. So which means when we actually go to the actual desert map, this will look good. This will look really good. All right, so let's also go. What is the grass one? Yeah, the grass one looks super dark here because it's so bright, and the camera's adjusted to like the insane brightness. But yeah, that is definitely an improvement. And this one will become the snow one. So right now it's our sand one, but we can easily fix that. Is that all it takes? Just changing textures? Yep. Because there is a texture on this for a blend map, which gives the ability to literally blend between these areas. So it looks like a chaotic mess of color, but if you split it to just where is it red, if you cut out every color except red and you were only showing red, only the red areas would have a certain area. Then you cut to only the blue would have a certain area, etc. So basically any place that's red gets a certain texture, any place that's blue gets a certain texture, and then if they overlap and you get some yellows and greens, there's a little bit of a mix of the two there. And so if you're just applying, once you apply like certain sand textures, you get a really nice mix and blend of everything, which ends up looking really good. But screw all that, we got to do this. I think it's just pure white, but on the off chance that it's not, we're just going to add it in. So here's what I do. We are going to need the Snow Fluffy, I think, as the first one. Snow Speckle as the detail. Then the bump map is Rock Granite Bump. Ooh, interesting. And then what is Side Snow Alt Bump versus Rock Granite Bump? I'll leave that one off for now because I like the bump map that's actually on the thing. So yeah, these are all diffuse plus specular. So for this one, I'm also going to put that on there. And then material 3, is that the ice? What is material 3? Snow Fluffy. Right. So we don't want the rock one, which means I'm actually going to make this one diffuse plus specular 4 material shaders disable detail bump. Right. No, I think I'll just leave it like this. So anyway, we got to match up all the values for the snows here, and I'll be like mixing and matching these a little bit so we get some good results. So anyway, what we're going to need for the first one is some nice specular values that's going to really make the snow shine. So that means the diffuse coefficient is 1, the specular coefficient is 1, the specular power is going to be 5, which is really high up there. The color of it's going to be pure white because obviously it's snow. Get some Fresnel curves in there, adjust these values, blah blah. Contribution 2, blend 1. Then we move on to the next texture here, which is actually the ice. Knowing how this works, we'll just see how it works. I'll start spamming these down and we'll see what comes out. Ice swirl bump. Alright, so now we're going to get these values in. Diffuse coefficient 1, 1, 20, and the ice has this funny blue reflective color that looks really nice, so I'm going to throw that in there. And we got nothing underneath that default of 5. This one goes to 0. Then we have 0.35, 2, and 0.2. Make sure. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So for the last one, we're going to skip over the rock and we're going to go straight to the fluffy snow material. So that will be this one. So snow fluffy, very pretty. Snow speckly detail. Iraz, what up, Lucifer? Good to see you. Will the vehicles on this map have the white camo like your old Reach mod? Some of them will by default. I'll be using for like the vanilla vehicles, like the Scorpion, the Mongoose, and the Warthog. They'll have their snow variants on this map. This is the Snow Disturb bump. I love this bump map. This is so nice. This is a good one. All right. Anyway, there's that. And then bump map 2 scale. Blah blah blah. Who cares? So then we'll just quickly throw in these values. So that's 1, 1. 5, and then the color is going to be white. Then we need just below that 5, 0, 0, 2, 1. All right, let's see. How did it come out? Ooh, not bad. Oh, the ice is kind of weird looking. I think I accidentally left in some sand stuff on the ice one. Yeah, the ice. I accidentally left in the detail. No, the bump map needs the ice bump. The detail map should have stayed. Oh, it doesn't have a detail map. Okay, so we can delete that. Okay, a little better. I think some of the bump maps need to be better. As well as that. The blend map there looks a little funky. I think what I might do is... I think the ice is in a good spot. Honestly not bad, but some of these bump maps I think need to be bigger. For example, the fluffy snow bump map here, the Snow Disturb, I think it's at 32 and 16, so I'm actually going to make it 16 and 8. Let's see, does that help? That does help. But I think it needs to be even bigger than that. I need to do like 8 and 4. I'm a little bit disturbed by that. Because the ice is so reflective. Wow! Army of Dregs with a $20 tip, dude! Thank you! Wait, that's huge! Thank you so much for the extremely generous tip. I really appreciate it. So, gotta head out. Excited for next stream. Good luck with the progress of the monitor. You're planning on releasing it pretty soon, and we're all more than excited. Also, please up the Forge monitor speed on huge, guys. It takes a millennia getting anywhere. I will. Once I put this Ultimate Forge out, obviously this will have updated monitor speed, or else it's basically unusable. I'll probably give it like a slightly higher base speed and then like a really fast boost, so when you really need that kick of power you can go crazy. But yeah, thank you so much for that extremely generous thing. I will absolutely put the update out for the speed on huge grass as well. Dude, time is flying too quickly. I have to leave in like a little bit. Oh, it's too fast. I'm not ready, man. This is nice though. I don't know if I would say it's better, honestly. I feel like these textures in particular are kind of eh. Not loving it. Maybe it does look better, smaller. It's so bright, my fucking eyes hurt. This one kind of has the same deal. Hey, Skullworks, thank you for 6 months of membership. I really appreciate it. Hey, you ever wonder why we're here? Just to suffer. Just so we can suffer more and more. I'm gonna destroy this. I'm gonna destroy this disturb bump. I don't like it. I'm swapping it out for this. It looks better. Oh my eyes! Why? I'm fucking blind. It looks so good here, and then I'm like, what's over here? Ah! Ah! Skullworks, I appreciate the 6 months membership. It's good to see that red badge in there. Thank you so much. What was that? Turbo caked up on a Tuesday, on a Thursday. Thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. Suffer with me, Roman. Who is that? I don't know who that is. With you, I don't know if it's like a regularized video game character or like some extremely controversial figure that I like shouldn't say out loud. I don't know. Time Super Adam with the $2 tip. Thank you, Adam. I'm appreciating it. He said, I'm here. What's happening? Also, check stream chat. I posted something stupid. Yeah, I'm doing a quick stream today. I gotta go head out soon, but yeah, I'm chilling right now. I'm big chilling even. Let me check stream chat. I'm trying to get as much work done as I can on all these terrain pieces at the moment. Rejected in the street. This is me. This is what I'm doing. That's 500 views. How did you find this?
Shall I unleash the colors?
Please no, there's so many colors. Please don't. Please.
Yes.
This is how I feel when I do shaders. This is actually... This is me. This is what shaders actually do to me. Ah!
Oh no.
Ah! How come nobody told me orange is a color? Is there a reason you guys like withheld that information from me? The shaders do that. That's, I lose my freaking mind, dude. I don't know why I said that. There's no downside to me swearing on this stream. Talking about specular coefficient, like way the hell down. Oh, that's so much better. Actually, on the ice though, the ice should have really high specular coefficient. The others though can suck my nuts. I kind of like those little ice patches around. It's kind of cool. Can't really tell, but they are there. What do you guys think? Improvement? Yay? Nay? Gyarados Balls! Thank you for the 3. Appreciate. Oring. That's giving me some ideas for my next shitpost mod. I'm not gonna say anything, but I hear some ideas in my brain. It's cooking. I'm cooking with gas. I mean, this snow looks pretty good. Can't really complain. It's, without a doubt, there's no doubt in my mind that this is in fact snow. What is this? This is stone terrain flies. Nah, you know what? You know what? Nah, you know what? I want to tell you what. Terrible bump map. Get out of here. Better bump map? Yeah, I mean, maybe, sure. I guess. Why do I have sand wispy bump on here still? What? Snow fluffy. Where did you... Help. What is happening? The snow detail, snow side alt. Oh, and then it has the detail bump. Isn't the detail bump supposed to be... Snow. Indeed, we are working on the snow today. I just really wanted to see what the new stuff would look like. I need detail bump. All detail bumps should be stone terrain flat. So bump map is fine there, but detail bump needs to be the actual giant texture here. So same here, detail bump sets that. And then the other detail bump here. Oh shoot, oh that's kind of cool, it's blowing snow. That's not the right texture for that, but it's kind of cool. Okay, that looks better, that looks a bit better. Hey Gyarados, thank you for the 8th! Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, Play Salvo Highway ODST nighttime mod was pretty fun. Love the custom rain effect they had on the visor. What? I haven't seen that. Custom rain effect. Tell me more. Tell me more. It piqued my interest. Now, what do you guys think? Should I keep these bumpy bits? I feel like this looks pretty good for like snowy, icy terrain. Probably a little too bright still. Then maybe I should turn the specular on the not ice parts back down to 0, so that's snow. We keep the ice really high on the specular because obviously, you know, it makes sense that that's there. I think I'm just going to set the other two to 0 so my eyes stop bleeding. That is much better. Orang. Dude, I cannot get that out of my head. What have you done? Orang. I'm excited to work on the cliffs too. These don't look bad by any means, but I really do think with a blend map I could really get away with a lot more on these. Ice cliffs are cool and all, but snowy ice cliffs that are like a blend like this. Oh, I'm gonna cook with that. I'm gonna cook with that shit for real. I got sniped by somebody in a live stream with somebody else I don't even watch. That's wild. I bet that's what's happening. People are gifting memberships. They're getting scammazed. A bunch of people who don't even watch are getting the memberships. Ooh, wait, I really like how that ice looks, actually. You guys see that? That's nice. Little ice patches in there. Blends in very cleanly. Very, very clean. Yeah, I think this is an improvement. I would argue that this is better than the old one. Obviously, it's a smaller piece, but I can make them bigger. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. I'm liking it. I low-key want to go ahead and make a sand version of the map. I haven't made the desert sandbox yet. I know I need to, but I haven't made it yet. I should. I definitely should. I absolutely love snow maps. Well, you're gonna love building on this one yet, then, because it's looking pretty fun. It's looking pretty good. Ooh, ooh, ooh! We gotta drive the skiff over it. Yeah, so we have like snowy trees and rocks and stuff on this one. I'm gonna be redoing all the cliffs and terrain, which will be kind of fun, honestly. I'm having a blast with these terrain chairs. I think they look really pretty. Yeah, you'll be able to ride your skiff around the snow on big forged snow maps. That look pretty good. Just skip around, you know it. That's me. Skipping all over the place. Yeah, I think this is an upgrade. It just looks like a lot more detailed and interesting. You said little ice bits in this snow and stuff. I think people are gonna make some cool maps with this, especially when I get the bigger pieces in, because these are just like 3 smaller pieces. But like, I'm sure you guys can see the vision, right? Like I spawn in instead of another one of those, let's do like a medium-sized tree right here. Why is it upside down? Little medium tree, right? Throw that down like here. Throw down like a small tree right here. No, let's do a big tree actually. What am I saying? I like big trees. Big tree right here. Then we'll do like one small tree over here. Because, you know, small tree all off on its lonesome. And then we'll throw like a, I don't know, a rock right here. I only have 1 rock on here, but I'd like to get more. I don't think this one looks all that good, to be honest. It's kind of ugly. But, you know, we could throw down like a rock right there. Maybe like 1 more. Maybe like over here by this part of the tree. That's kind of cool. Now the vision's coming together. Oh, and even though they're technically not done yet, I could try throwing down one of the cliffs. Where's the snow cliff? Cliff, large snow. Obviously, I'm probably gonna redo this texture. Not like bad, but now that I'm using blend maps, when I wasn't before for some reason, it should look pretty good. Do a little bit of that, rotate it around the other way. Not too shabby. Hey Gyarados, thank you for the 8, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. You said, I wonder, since that mod has a rain effects on the visor, maybe you could do like a snow effect. Yeah, that's what I was wondering when you said there was a snow effect on the visor. I was like, ooh, what does that mean? How did you get a snow effect? I'm curious about that. Yeah, the vision of this is pretty good. You got the snow blowing all over the screen, fog everywhere. Oh man, I really do think these cliffs could be made to look so much nicer now. I'm really thinking, I wish I had more than just like an hour on stream today, because I would totally go into Blender and just, actually I could probably even redo these cliffs now, I bet. I bet I could redo these cliffs. Like, realistically, it wouldn't be too bad. I'm not going to redo their physics models because nobody's really walking on these too much. And the physics model's already decent. It doesn't need to really be perfect by any means. It's good enough. Oh, man, I would love to redo these shaders. Now that I know how good the terrain pieces can look, especially like the grass and sand ones, oh man, it would be so cool to see. You know what I would love to do too? I don't know if I'm going to have time to figure out something like this, if it's even possible in Halo 3, but on stuff like shadows, you guys know how objects obviously cast shadows. One of the things that I do with all these objects is I turn shadows off because there's like a limit to how many shadows can render at any given time, and there's also a problem where if you have multiple, like for example, I'll spawn 2 large trees here, on one large tree and then another one right next to it, the shadows overlap and they add on to each other. So instead of just matching their color and being the same and then just adding the shape, they add on, and the areas where the shadows overlap become darker, which looks really weird. And I was wondering if it would be possible to merge it so that they always share the exact same darkness rather than adding on to top of one another. And if that's possible, I'll totally do it, and maybe I could get more objects to have shadows that way. Is this Ultimate Frog? This is the Ultimate Frog, yes. I'm playing around with new Forge object textures and stuff right now for the terrain and seeing what kind of nice results I can get. I said that correctly? You did. And anybody who says you didn't is wrong. Okay, even though I don't have much time left in the stream, I'm going to go ahead and try adjusting the cliff on the main cliff object. I'm going to do a test here. So we have terrain flat. I'm going to do terrain cliff, small grass. So this will become exactly what it should be here. So cliff, I'm going to do cliff medium here. I'm going to copy all of this plus the shaders. Go back to terrain cliff. Throw all this in here. Rename it all to terrain cliff small grass. And then the shader in here is going to become terrain cliff grass small, I believe is how I named them. Alright, so here we go. We're back here. We've got our old sand, our new grass, old grass. It really, the new grass texture is like night and day. That is such an insane difference in quality, in my opinion. I can't get over how much better the new ones look. Is Mombasa complete? Not complete yet. I was actually just working on it a minute ago. But now that I was working on terrain for Mombasa, it made me realize what level of improvement there is still left for the terrain on all the other areas. So right now I'm focusing on trying to get the terrain looking a lot nicer on every map, including Mombasa. So the Mombasa Savannah, like the unique ODST Savannah terrain, is also going to upgrade. But now I'm just like drooling over how much nicer it is to use actual blending textures. I didn't use these a long time ago because I didn't understand shaders well enough and I was encountering some issues, but now it's trivial for me to add these cliff shaders without any issues onto these objects. It looks great. The results are impressive. Wait, is that the developer for No Room for Error in my chat? Green Knight? Holy shit. That's insane. He just showed up here. Oh, right. Let's see if we can get this cliff work. I bet we can make an amazing cliff texture. I genuinely think we could. This is the old cliff texture here. I don't even think we need the old cliff texture. I'm going to grab the grass texture here. This one. I'll probably get rid of the old one. And then I'm going to go to the cliff. This will be our new cliff here. I'm going to throw this in here. UF terrain, cliff, terrain grass. I'm going to do UF terrain, grass, cliff. All right. Long name, but it's worth it. So this is the cliff, and I'm going to throw it into here. And we are going to hook it all up. Before it was using the old cliff medium. Now this will be our new one. Technically, it's just a copy paste, but I'll probably like re-import it just to get a little bit of optimization and stuff out of it. But I won't bore you guys with all that Blender stuff today. Instead, we're going to see visual results in real time, and I think it should look pretty good. We're going to swap out the material here, cliff shader, for the new one. This is going to be weird because at first the cliff is going to look like it's made of grass and dirt. But we're going to fix it, I promise. And it should look a lot better. Let's spawn it in. Let's see our weird grass cliff here. Add in terrain, cliff, small grass. Sorry, I saw last stream you stuck trees in the planters. Any chance you can separate them so we can stick them in ourselves? Yeah, I was thinking about that. I didn't want you guys to have to spend extra budget on putting the actual trees in all by yourself, but it's not a bad idea by any means. It would definitely give you guys more variety. But I was just thinking, what if I should just make like, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make another planter that has like trees in it. That way you don't really have to do that. Okay, so obviously it's broken, but that's fine because we're gonna fix that ourselves. So the way we're gonna fix it is pretty easy. It's by me reading Adam's $2 tip. Thank you, Adam. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I was checking the MCC workshop and saw this old custom edition re-upload. It made me think about the desert, the Maw type version of Behemoth in CE. Posted the map that inspired this thought in stream chat. Let's see. I'll check it out. Oh yeah, this. A lot of people were saying that Behemoth was actually inspired by this map because this is an old custom edition map. Yeah, I believe there was a whole lot of people who were like looking at Behemoth in the CE community, and they were like, isn't this just a CE map? Obviously, there's a big differences in the CE map. You know, it's not, you know, it's like side bases that don't exist in Behemoth, but the actual concept of the map is very similar overall, which is kind of cool. Like visually, at least you can see some similarities. But to be fair, you know, a like Forerunner center type thing in like a deserty scenario is not exactly a unique thing in Halo. Where's the truck? We are done with trucks here. You will find no more trucks. Okay, let's get this terrain going. Where's my cliff? I need the cliff medium shader. I have to steal the blend map. Alright, so we have now the correct blend map on this. I think that's correct. I don't know, we're seeing some like errors with it. I don't know what's going on there. Apparently this is the correct blend map. It definitely is the correct blend map. I think it has... Weird. There's some areas on it that are like empty. Right, it should be fine though. So we're going to use, as a reference here, I'm going to grab the Huge Grass cliffs. Huge Grass basically uses the one-to-one shader for all the cliffs on the Halo 3 mission, the Covenant. And I want to yoink all of those materials for this cliff, which I think will look really good, personally. I think it'll be a big improvement over the old cliffs. Might hate me for asking this, why even bother porting El Dorito at this point? It's completely dead. Because if I advertise it, it won't be dead, which is kind of cool. I just need content creators talking about it. You know, marketing is the entire thing that keeps a project alive. Alrighty, let's see. Cliff. We need Huge Grass remastered. So we want huge cliff shader. So this is, yep, this is what we want. So global albedo tint 1. Morph environmental map is dynamic, but apparently it is set to none for the cliff. And they're all diffuse plus specular, which means they have some reflectivity values baked into them. Alrighty, I'm just going to throw all of the defaults textures onto here, and we're just going to see how that plays out. Oh, and we also do need... We don't need any of this open, that's all fine. Turbo, Sim, thank you for the 2! Appreciate it. Green when there is no margin for mistakes. Yeah, the project is technically not legal. Hey, I didn't make it. If somebody doesn't want me advertising it, I will snip that bit out. I'll do like a prefix before, and I'll say, if the next part suddenly cuts out, Microsoft's legal team was not happy about me talking about a certain project. And then I'll start talking about it. And then if they don't like it, I'll just snip it out of the video with YouTube's built-in editor. Alright, we need the cliff bump map. There it is. Alright, so that's going to be the detail bump for all of these. Let me spam these in here. Detail bump and detail bump. Alright, good. They're all in. Now let's just spam these over. It should already look a little bit better. Okay, we're seeing some of that rockiness coming through now. Kind of looks like a big mossy rock at this point. I'm not loving these pitch black areas. That's not promising. That should not be there. I might have to fix up the texture a little bit. See what kind of results I can get. That'll fix that up. But I'm seeing some promise in this. Alright, rock basic has all default values except the specular coefficient is 0.1. The specular power is 20. My god. Then we have the contribution down here at 0.1, 0.2. And we'll get the next texture, which is a big cliff high texture. Another rock basic detail map. And then a cliff high bump map. And then the values for its specular stuff are 0.5, 0.1, 0.2. And then I don't think I'm going to end up using the snowy cliff, but it's on here, so I'm just going to throw it in for real quick. That becomes specular power is 30. And 0.5 here. And then below the color is 5, 0.2, and 0.4. Alright, so that is technically correct. Ooh. Besides these little errors in the blend map itself, dude, that's nice. That is a cliff. That is a good looking cliff. God damn. That actually looks so good to me. Holy shit. Very shiny. It's very, very shiny. Well, okay, the reason I'm gushing over it is because the old cliff... I don't think I have the rock cliff medium. This is the old one. Which isn't bad by any means. I never really had an issue with the cliff. But now it's kind of more like Halo 3 The Covenant coded. You know what I mean? Oh, and you know what actually? I think the cliff... I think it's a square texture. Let me check. Is this a square texture? Okay, it's a square texture, which means I don't need any of the scaling on it. Hold on, let me delete all of the scale values on the cliff, because these aren't needed anymore. We just do 16 on the detail, scale uniform 16, detail map, scale uniform 16, bump map, scale uniform 16. Scale uniform 16, delete, bump map, scale uniform 16, delete. Oh, better. Even better. Nice. That feels very Halo 3 to me. I know it's really shiny, but I low-key kind of like it, man. Does this have shading? I can't... It's such a big object, I can't tell if it was, like, draft imported or shaded, but I think it's shaded. Oh, you know what? I think the old one had like ambient occlusion baked in with one of the detail maps. I could try adding that in. It uses this as a detail map, as a terrain macro color, and it has ambient occlusion baked into the texture. I could try to throw that in on... These are all diffuse plus specular. Take a break from the Halo 4 Infinite mod. Yeah, I'll be back on the Halo 4 Infinite mod after this mod. That's my plan right now. I missed the Halo 4 Infinite mod, but also this mod has needed to be updated for a very long time. So I gotta give some appreciation to that. Rock basic detail is this really nice texture. I don't want to get rid of that. I also don't want to get rid of the detail bump. I'm going to try... Do I have rock? Okay, I'm going to try swapping out for this and see if that is a worthwhile result. Boom. Oh, right. And then it would have to be set to 0. So this... versus... Wait, that was wrong. Let's try that right there. Or that. Hey, Adam, thank you for the 2, man. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you have the time, can you show off your Halo 4 Infinite stuff? Josh Jenkins is getting hyped in chat. I could try loading it up in the background. I gotta leave really soon, but I'll boot it up. Yeah. Oh, whoops. For Halo 4, oh, it's in my Halo 3 folder. I gotta go back all the way to my main drive. Yeah, I should have some time to open this. Let's see. So storage drive, games, Steam, library, common, Halo 4, tags, infinite, levels, Death Valley. Okay, I'm opening it in the background here. I think the basic texture here should be tiled a little bit. I gotta double check something. So right now we have rock basic bump, which looks like this. It's got a lot of like lines and stuff through it. I'm gonna remember the shape here. Let me check that versus rock basic. Okay, yeah, so it does line up with that, whereas rock basic detail. Okay, so the bump map does match up with the actual textures here. So if that's the case, then the scale on the basic textures would needs to be also scaled 16. I might lower it just because it might tile too much, but oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That does mean though I can take the detail maps to at least like 32 on their detailing. Should add a lot of micro detailing. I think that actually looks better than... I know that this one has like built-in shading and stuff with ambient occlusion, but this feels more like a Halo 3 cliff to me. I could probably bake in some of that ambient occlusion in by like sacrificing a detail map here or there. I think it needs that. I think it needs that like detail. Let me try adding the detailing in, because I think that is kind of pulling away from it more than I would like. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap out the detail map on all of these for the ambient occlusion map, which should overlay on it. Oops. All right. Let's try it. The difference is... boom. Oh my god, that's so much darker. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. I don't think that's... I don't think it works out very well. It's too shiny. It is very shiny, but that's actually just how shiny the cliffs actually are in Halo 3. They are very shiny. I could change it. There's no doubts about that. Just when they're much brighter, the shine doesn't really show off as much. You don't really see as much of that shine. Low-key, I don't know if I like the new cliffs as much. They definitely are more Halo 3 and more proper, but they lost a lot of that nice ambient occlusion textured shading that really made them pop. Obviously I gotta fix those, that's nothing I really gotta worry about, but still. No, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. I think I like it more than the old texture, especially when you look at this like very, very large cliff here. It looks kind of ugly. You can kind of see some of that greenish impression color popping through. On the small one, it looks pretty decent, but then you move over to this one, and it's like, oh, Halo 3 cliff, yeah. No, for sure. Alright, well, we can do a comparison. We can do a comparison. We'll do like that, because this one's a little bit bigger. We'll do that, and then we'll throw like a couple trees down. Pine tree large. We'll do pine tree small, because these are kind of small objects. No, I rotated it. I didn't mean to do that. A small pine tree right here on the inlet. Drag it up. I'll do one over here. Pine tree. Drag it up, and then we'll do a rock as well. Have any rocks? Rock. Rock. We'll do boulder small. Sure. Small little boulder, we'll rotate it up like so, move it away a little bit so it's not so much in there, and then we'll do this. Alright, so here's the old Ultimate Forge grass cliff tree, right? This is what it looks like. Soak it in, soak it in. Then we move over to the new old to the new. I think the new one's definitely better. I will say though the cliff has lost too much definition though with that ambient occlusion just being kind of out of the way. So I need to add that in a little bit. One of the shaders needs to have the cliff macro color texture, and I might have to go into Photoshop and make some edits to it though so it actually works well, because I think I'm gonna try adding it to one of them. Boom. Honestly, just adding it to that one already was kind of huge. It made it too dark, but it added the definition and detail I was looking for. Kind of saved it a little bit. Definitely darkened it too much, though, I will say. Adam, thanks for the 2! Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Said, I feel like the darker, almost wet-looking cliff would work well in a remake of Waterworks or other maps that have that wet cave aesthetic. Yeah, true. I mean, I don't know why they're so shiny, to be honest. It's supposed to look... It's not supposed to look wet like this. It does mostly because it got darker from the detail map. I think it'll probably reduce, like, that wetness of it a little bit, because it really is just a lot. Technically accurate to Halo 3, but not my biggest, not the hugest fan of it, is what I'll say. Get more shiny than my Infinite Forge Cave. I'll tweak it. It'll look a lot better here in a second, because what I'm about to do is I'm gonna actually yoink the textures from Halo 2 Anniversary. I'm gonna re-export out the cliff textures because I actually do not have them anymore. I deleted my old data folder apparently at some point, so I just don't have my old cliff textures. Or maybe I do on my, it might be on my laptop. I think I backed them up over to my laptop. But I'm not going to go through all that right now. I'm just going to export. So I'm going to grab you. I need a Halo 2 Anniversary Multiplayer Editing Kit. And then it's tags. No, what am I doing? I need Master Chief Collection. Is where I need to find this. So we're gonna go groundhog. Then we're gonna go to maps, and we want this forge skybox. And then we want the blend. White shiny. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm working on. Let's see. There's skybox. I don't want those. I think I want stone grid grass. What is this? Stone grid. Oh my god, those giant flat objects. I didn't even think about that. Gotta check that out. Okay, cliff. Here's our cliff blend. Here's the flat blend. You know, I haven't really used the hill. I should probably add the hill objects in at some point. Stone flat. Hold on a second, I totally forgot about this. Stone terrain flat blend. Oh, it's grid. Dude, I forgot they have terrain grids in Halo 2 Anniversary. I completely forgot about these. And they actually have pretty nice textures on them, like, it's not bad. I could put these terrain grids in. Totally forgot about those. Could be useful, could be useful. Oh, that's not the grid, is it? Stone grid grass. I don't know. Right. Anyway, what I'm looking for is the flat bitmap, which is... This is flat macro color. Very dark, but no, I wanted cliff macro color. Which is this one. This is the texture I was looking for, because this one has the baked-in ambient occlusion in. Basically, what I want to do is keep this texture, but brighten it up a lot more, because when I added this texture onto here, it made it really dark. Which I'm not a fan of, because I literally have this texture here in Halo 3. But yeah, very dark. Really nice texture, but way too dark. Because the other detail maps look like this, and the overall lightness hues are much brighter. In fact, I'm going to screenshot this. Doesn't need to be perfect, but I'm going to screenshot that, and I'm going to save out this texture. And then I'm going to put it in Photoshop, and I'll try matching up the color values roughly. And I'm hoping that will give me the result I'm looking for. I'm going to go, let's save this. Forge objects. Terrain. Cliff. New. Bitmaps. Okay, I have saved it. Now I'm going to open Photoshop in the background. While that opens, I think the result will be that this will overall just look a lot nicer. It'll give more detail while kind of retaining its original colors. The rock at the bottom right looks like a skirt. That looks like a skirt? What are you saying? Alright. Photoshop is open. I am going to put the texture into here, and then also I have that screenshot I took of the detail map from Halo 3. So, okay, yeah, there's a massive difference between these two colors. What I need to do is add a brightness contrast onto this. Oh, the colors roughly match. Also, I think this is a bit blue. This is a bit blue. What colors are you? No, they are all perfectly gray. Why does it look blue to me? Oh, maybe because this is probably brown. Hold on, let's do hue saturation, completely desaturate it. There we go. Okay, that is actually much closer. Much, much closer. I could up the contrast a bit, I suppose, to kind of retain some of that detail. Like, that would be good. I think that's pretty good. That might match it. I'm going to try saving that out. Okay, I have the new textures here. Take this, put it in data, levels, no, data, objects, levels, multi, Alpine Sand Motor Forge, and then we're gonna do this folder, terrain, cliff, small grass. I'm gonna need a bitmaps folder for it, and we're gonna shove our brand new bitmap right there. Now we can import that. Tool, bitmaps, boom. Oh, I didn't mean to do the whole directory. Force a habit when I'm extracting. Tool, bitmaps. Alright, nice. Now, with that new bitmap, this should look a lot better, I hope. So macro color, forge, terrain, left small grass, bitmaps, boom. And let's see. Oh yeah. Much nicer. I think if I switch it back to the old rock detail, we should see. Actually, let me make sure this is set as a detail map just in case that does something. Nope, that didn't do anything. But I think that brought its color back up to probably what it was supposed to be at. Let me double check though. Yeah, it keeps the color the same. So this is now we can see the proper before and after. So this is before, where it's using the OG, you know, just regular Halo 3. Oh, it's a rock texture, yay. And then I gotta grab the new one, hold on. Detail map, boom. Scale 1, swap it for the new. Alright, so this is before with Halo 3 stuff, and then after with a lot of added detail. I think that's kind of a big deal. I think that looks good, personally. I think that improves the detail quite a bit. So I would say, minus the fact that it's probably too shiny, it's pretty good. Not bad, dude. The Halo 4 mod still loading? Oh, right. It's open. Here. What is my hotkeys? 2, 6, 2, 5, no, 2, A, 1, 2, GA1? 2, GA1. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so this is the Halo 4 Infinite mod. We're in the Halo 4 engine here with a ton of Halo 4 assets. This is the mod I'll be working on once Ultimate Forge is done. We've got the Halo Infinite weapons, Halo Infinite Mark 6 Master Chief. I gotta take his Santa hat off. I was last streaming with the normals are messed up. I was last streaming on Christmas. But yeah, a lot of Halo Infinite content. Halo Infinite sounds, custom sounds for a new plasma rifle, mixed with Halo Infinite battle rifle, of course. Can I already have the battle rifle? That's why. Over a month ago, yep. It was a little over a month ago. And then of course we have like the elites and stuff. Those took a while. I had to rig them up to the Halo Reach elites. We got the hunters, the jackals. They all work. They all have full animations and stuff. I can actually possess them and become them. Oh yeah, what's the debug director? Debug camera 1. I'm a grunt. They're all rigged up pretty well. This guy uses the Halo 4 grunt rig. The jackal, that's a chair. The jackal uses the Halo Reach jackal rig. His animations are a little wonky. He was the last guy I did, so I'm not really sure what's going on with him, but he works pretty good. Halo 4 chair, of course. I like the elites personally. They're my favorite. I like playing as this guy. He looks sick. And everything's using community-made shaders. PBR shaders that look, I think, really, really incredible. I spent way too long making my own version of the energy sword using the Halo Infinite model and some of its textures for this. I think it looks kind of like the Halo 2 energy sword, which is sick. Yeah, Halo Infinite Elite. They have Halo Reach animations. Obviously, all the vehicles are the Halo Infinite vehicles, but I made them look like Covenant vehicles by recoloring them and removing a lot of the banished pieces off of them. Same with the Banshee. I think the Banshee came out pretty good. Not perfect. The top thing still kind of bugs me, but not bad. That one actually needs some fixing because it's got some metal parts that shouldn't be there. The Ghost is nice. I like the Warthog a lot. I made a custom Warthog shield in Substance Painter and Blender. So it's the Halo Infinite Warthog, but it has its own brand new custom modeled and textured hexagon shield. So it looks more like the classic, you know, thing of things. So that was fun to do. I honestly think that makes it feel like way more like a Warthog when it has the hexagon shield. You know, Hunters exist. It's the Halo Infinite Hunters. That took a little while. They're rigged up to the Halo 4 Hunters. And yeah, the entire mod's good. There's a lot of custom weapons still. I didn't even show them all. Oh, I even figured out how to get... I forgot about this. I got the Halo Infinite Particles working. Reason why the pistol in this map looks good regardless. Oh, right. I don't even know the pistol sounds. Yeah, I've been slacking on the pistol. Oh, I guess one of the more important things would be the dropships. This is a custom community-made dropship made by Chow. It basically made an HD Halo 3 dropship. I need to fix up some of the materials inside. I screwed it up a little, but it looks incredible. Absolutely incredible. We have the Halo Infinite Pelican here. It doesn't have an interior right now, but the entire exterior is done. This is the Fireteam Raven Scarab, which is basically an Ultra HD Scarab that looks like extremely good. Overall, very fun. Very, very fun. I'm in love with the Halo Infinite Pelican. It's so nice. So, very fun mod. I'm looking forward to making maps and gameplay with it. The only thing that bugs me is the HUD. I have the Halo Infinite health bar, but that's it. Everything else is Halo 4 because doing HUD stuff in Halo 4 is an actual nightmare. Is this going to be another Forge mod or something like Halo 2 Bridge Map mod that you made? I'm probably going to make it more similar to like a big team battle type mod at first. But I'm not opposed to making a Forge mod with it at all. I think a Forge mod would be great. Thank you so much for showing this. Yeah, I'll be working on this mod again pretty soon. I just want to finish up Ultimate Forge, because Ultimate Forge deserves to be out. Everybody needs their big Halo 3 map, big Halo 3 Forge mod. It's looking good. Get back to the one true Halo, Halo 3, thank you. Of course, of course. Oh my god, I'm so fast. I don't know, man. The shiny rocks are low-key growing on me, but I should probably turn down the shine at least a little bit. It's a lot. It's a lot. Why is it so shiny? Specular power is 15, 20, 30. Okay, I'm gonna have all of these. All of these are getting cut in half. Boom. Okay, that's a bit better. Still shiny, but not like disgustingly shiny. I like the subtle rocky shine. Like it's kind of smooth, you know? That's nice. Okay, the cliffs, I would say, got a pretty good treatment. The other cliffs will look even better because these Covenant-style cliffs, from the Mission of the Covenant, I should say, they look really nice, but it's all mostly like gray rocky textures. There's not a whole lot of variation. How do you get recon armor on Barrett Spruce? Stop scrolling through my old videos. I remember that one. That's ancient custom edition video for me in like 2008. Alrighty. Anyway, I'm liking this. The only thing that's bugging me is these little errors on the actual cliff blends, which I can get another cliff blend out of here. Not entirely sure where these are from. Probably from like completely black areas. I think I'll probably just have to take the super dark black areas and bring them up. I think the black areas were supposed to be some kind of other color somehow. It's like red, green, blue, and then black. But Halo 3 doesn't do that. At least I don't think it does. I could try setting material 3. On? Does that fix it? Oh, that does fix it. Okay. I guess it needs a third color. I suppose I could just do another rock basic for that. Though, annoyingly, it does seem to cover quite a lot. Okay. Maybe I'll do the cliff high. I kind of like the cliff high texture more, honestly. Yeah, I'll do cliff high for that. I didn't want to have to add another texture. It looks like I'm going to have to avoid some issues. Alright, that'll be 16. Rock basic detail 64. Scale uniform 16. Detail. Scale uniform 64. So that detail map is like wrapped around it a whole bunch. Then cliff high bump at 16. Scale uniform 16. And then the detail bump, we need the big stone terrain bump here. And then I gotta copy all the values from here, which is specular coefficient 0.5 and 7.5. And then that is 0.1 contribution and 0.2 contribution. Okay, that is completely overriding like everything with the bump map. Why? I don't think the detail bump is working on that. This is just overwriting everything. It's ruining everything! Will Ultimate Forge 2.0 test get any more updates? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be updating for when we're doing the first few playtests of this mod, which should be happening relatively soon. Wow, that is annoying how much it just overwrote everything. Like, almost every other texture is basically gone because of that. I hate it. Makes me steaming mad. We're swapping on the detail map. Oh my god, what did I just do? Cliff high bump. Oh. Bro. That looks so much worse. All of my nice detail is gone. Like, okay, this is what it looks like now. It's not bad. It looks decent. But it's like that versus 4 material shaders disable detail bump. I think it looks way better before, but now we have these little issues on it. You know what? I'm gonna have to try some Photoshop wizardry in order to fix this. I'm gonna save out this detail and I'm gonna make it work. I'm going to remove all of the pitch black areas. I'm just gonna have to make it happen. So essentially what I'm getting here is this is like, obviously this is the red channel. This is the green channel, which is kind of like little bits in there. And then this is the blue channel, which red and blue seem to control the main parts. The problem is that it leaves us with black spots all around the entire area. So I think what I should do then is take the curves and reduce the black level so that there is no pitch black. So I think all I really have to do is raise it up a little bit so that there's never a single area that's completely pitch black. I think if I do that, it should just delete those 100% pitch black areas, because It looks fine, minus like 1 or 2 areas that are completely pitch black, which I don't like. Also, what the fuck is that green? Ew, disgusting. Maybe I can fix that as well. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if I just make a new blend, we should be good. Let's see. What about the old blend or the new one? Excuse me. Save. Look back in game. Boom. Nice, I did it. We're so back. Okay. All is good again. We got our nice new Halo 3 style cliff shader. Can't really complain. I think the new visuals for Ultimate Forge are looking very promising. Elites are neat as fuck, but Spartans are also cool as fuck. Agreed. Agreed. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. This guy. I might change my armor setup, honestly. Been using these ODST legs and stuff forever. Need recon armor. Need flaming recon. Yeah, so old. New. That is so much. That really just feels like it's way more out of campaign. I think building a map out of this will feel a lot nicer. Alright, I've gushed enough about rocks and cliffs and stuff. But I'm happy. Nonetheless, I'm happy with the results of this. Alright. I told you guys it was going to be a short stream. It was. But I think the results are very good. We got brand new terrain objects already. The only one that's not done is Savannah, which I will get to, I promise you that. But we got sand, old sand, new grass, new cliffs. We also got the new snow, which I don't have loaded on the map, but I'm going to spawn it in anyway, because it looks good. It'll probably be so bright it'll burn our eyes, because this map is relatively dark. Rain. Flat, small snow. My eyes are surprisingly but never mind. Yeah, the snow looks good as well, I think. I could probably clean up that bit a little bit. But overall, pretty nice. We got some good results. We got brand new terrain stuff. I mean, look at the... Dude, seriously, look at the difference between that and that. That, to me, is night and day difference. It looks so much cleaner. Check the time, I know, I gotta go. I gotta end the stream now. I told you guys it was gonna be a short stream, so I apologize for that. But I think even in this short stream, we got a lot of major changes done to the map itself, to the mod. And I think this is gonna make the mod feel and look a lot better. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short little stream. I'll be live again tomorrow for a much longer, hopefully like a 4+ hour stream. Should be pretty good. I think I'm gonna put some focus and some love into the other maps, get the Savannah, the sand map, the snow map, and everything looking good. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that. I think we're gonna do custom skyboxes for them as well. We're gonna do some nice custom skyboxes for all of the different ones. So it's not just gonna be like this map will obviously have like an ocean in the distance, and I'll blend it and make it look better, you know, all that good stuff. But then we'll also have some custom skyboxes for the sandy areas and stuff, which should be fun. But anyway, I'm off, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this short stream. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central. I'll see you guys there. I'm off, though. Have a wonderful rest of your night, you guys. A wonderful rest of your days. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!